Hello, it's Ashley here from Paper&Twine. Coffee shop is open for you this afternoon. I've got a hot chocolate with a little slug of Cointreau. Don't tell anybody. It's gone really cold. I've had to put a jumper on. Oh, that is rather nice. Yes, it's one of the specials today. If you want a little bit of warming up, tell Barry you want a hot chocolate. You can have whipped cream and marshmallows. We've reordered the squirty cream, so you're all right with that. Blue's just come in, so I'm just moving the camera. Yeah, so we're all right with the squirty cream if you want that. If you don't want Cointreau, that's fine. If you want whiskey or any other tipple, a bit of Baileys maybe, that's absolutely fine as well. Now, what can I tell you about Barry? I think I've got to the bottom of why he and Beryl fell out. Now, if you remember, I told you when they met, they struck up a conversation at the bus stop about Brussels sprouts. Well, they've decided they're in a bubble together and they occasionally have dinner together. And it was Barry's turn to cook, and they had pork chops or something like that and roast potatoes, and he did Brussels sprouts and gravy. Everything was fine, apparently, apart from the Brussels sprouts. They were soggy. They were soft, they were soggy, they were pale green. Beryl didn't like it. So that's why they fell out. I told them that they need to stop boiling their sprouts because it takes all the goodness out of them. Now, the way that I do my sprouts at Christmas, because I only ever have them at Christmas because nobody likes them but me. Me and my father-in-law, we like a sprout. I thinly slice the sprouts. Hold on, Blue's coming. You might see she's sniffing the back of the phone. Hold on. Oh, look. Yeah, there's a bit of a... Yeah. Oh, careful. Your bum is right in the way. They say never work with children and animals, don't they? Let me just move you a little bit. That's a bit better. Just excuse her. Yeah, so at Christmas I do sprouts and I top and tail them, or, put a little cross in the top of them, take the little rooty bit off, and then I thinly slice them so you get little strips of sprouts. And what I do, not suitable for vegetarians, I'm afraid, I get some pancetta and I fry that off in a pan. You don't need any oil. Put a little bit of oil in to start your pancetta off if you want, but it'll give off a lot of oil. You can put some garlic in if you want to. And when your pancetta has released all its fat and is nice and crispy, you put your sprouts in and you stir fry them with the bacon till they pick up a bit of colour. A couple of minutes, 3-4 minutes, and they're done. And they're absolutely lovely. I really like them. And it's tradition in our house at Christmas. I don't know why I'm talking about this in March. It's tradition in our house at Christmas that the day after Boxing Day, we have bubble and squeak, and the sprouts go really nicely in the bubble and squeak. So yeah, that's why Barry and Beryl fell out. I think they've made up now. Beryl's back there somewhere. I've noticed she's got some carrot cake and a cup of coffee. So yeah, I've been out today. It was very exciting. I did film a little bit, but I've deleted it because it was very noisy with road traffic and wind. So I'm not going to bother showing you that. But I went to the opticians, and hopefully I'm going to get some new glasses. It was really nice, actually. The lady optician was really funny. They give you that card to read, and with your glasses on, and they say which is the smallest you can read. Well, I'm very long-sighted, so I can read the smallest. And she said, "Can you read the top line?" And I read about 3 words, and she said, "You can stop now." And I laughed, and I said, "That wasn't very much." She said, "Yeah, when you're doing it day in, day out," she said, "you know it off by heart." She said, "Sometimes customers come in and they throw it by reading from the middle of the paragraph." I thought that was really funny. But they were lovely in there, really kind. And it'd been 2 years since I had my eye test, and I should go every 12 months. My mum will kill me if she watches this, because my mum had glaucoma. So when you're over 40, if you've got a history of glaucoma in your immediate family, you're entitled to free eye tests. I mean, I've been going and having my eyes tested since I was about 4 anyway. Yeah, so they did all the tests and everything, but then I need a new prescription, so I said, well, I might as well get some new glasses. And they let you try them on without your mask, but the ones that you touched you had to put in a special place so that they could sanitise them after. And I've chosen a pair. Just need to talk it through with Paper&Twine, because with the lenses and everything, they are expensive, and I've not had a spare pair for a couple of years. So I think what I'm going to do, this is really riveting content again, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to get some lenses put in this frame as well, so I've got a spare pair, and I'm having reactor lights in the main pair so that there'll be sunglasses as well. So that's quite exciting. Yesterday I showed you some boxes that I made. I did a little tutorial, and thank you so much to the people that watched that and left comments. It's really kind. It's given me confidence that I want to do more tutorials, so thank you for that. I showed this box at the end that I'd made. I'm going to give this one to my mother-in-law, I think, on Mother's Day. I'd used this sheet with the cat. It was a whole sheet of A4 more or less. You just cut a 1/4 of an inch off, I think it is. But the orientation of the pattern wasn't very good, so you've got a weird bit going on. The sides are fine. Yeah, but I'd got 2 sheets of the same card, so I just cut the image off and stuck it on the front with a little bit of that holographic card. I'm a sucker for anything shiny and sparkly, so just a little thin border of that instead of the black. And I've been to B&M and Asda when I was in town, and I've bought various chocolates, and this is all that I can fit in. So I've got these little Ritter Sport cubes. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. We've got a little lint bunny. Now I played a blinder here. They'd got them in a little cardboard pack, 5 of these for £2, and I was scanning the shelf, and if you buy them loose you get 3 for £1, so for £2 I got 6. So played a blinder there. So that's going in there. We've got a little Malteser bunny. That's going in there. And we've got some Lindor truffles as well. So all of those, 3 of those, fit in that 3 1/4 inch by 2 inch box. And my mum's going to have the other one with, because she likes black, she's going to have the other one with the paper that had got furniture on from Graphic 45. So that's that. I'm entering a lot of challenges, and a lot of them have to do ATCs, and I'm doing some ATC swaps as well. Woolly Steph's hosting one. I've never done any swaps or anything. It's really exciting. I hope I'll get to meet some nice people. So I thought I'd sit and batch make. I've made 10 over the course of last night and today. They're all different in style, and I just played with some backgrounds. When I did that background playing with powders on glossy paper and it failed, and I'd got the offcuts of card that I was mopping up the leftover ink or pigment. Well, I've used all of those in varying ways, shapes and forms, and yeah, so I'll talk you through them if you don't mind. I've just finished this one, a little Lavinia fairy. I think this one's called Rory, and a couple of mushrooms, and I made a little hill, and he's pointing up at the stars. I don't know whether you can see. If I come in, it might not focus. Yeah, I see, it doesn't want to focus. You see the stars there. He's pointing up at the stars, and there's just a tiny bit of subtle bling. And then the other thing I like to layer with, and I use this a lot in my Christmas cards because I tend to do a lot of white at Christmas, I've got this sparkle paper. See if I've got enough cut in here. Yeah, the sparkle card. Just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit showing. Really makes a bit of difference. So I've just got to add all my details to the back. This background was that Dilutions, I think, or it might have been Cosmic Shimmer. No, I'm pretty sure it's Dilutions because it's too dark. It's not got any sparkle on it. I've gone around the edge with a bit of Seedless Preserves, and actually I've wasted it because I've covered it all up. But there's a lot of stamping on there to build texture and depth. This is a scary one. I hope whoever gets this doesn't mind. But again, I've just done some stamping on the background, and then this lady, Be Fearless, and I've put some glossy accents on the buttons. Actually it's Nouveau drops, but it's picked up colour and it's gone kind of like sepia like. So that's that one. Done the fish, 2 fish on this one because you might have seen the fish on the Twinches. And got Poisson out of my dictionary. I like that one. I mean, this iridescence on this Cosmic Shimmer used as a really concentrated paint is just, I think, adorable. Absolutely adorable. And I love this background. Really love. I love this bit in particular. I know one shouldn't blow one's own trumpet, but I do like it. Then it wouldn't be me if it wasn't a seaside one. Had fun with that. This splodge here, I had a game. My Spectrum Noir clear sparkle pen has run out. It's given up the ghost. There's a little bit of it on here. And I've got a box that's got some coloured sparkle pens in. And I thought I'd have a look and see if I've got a spare clear one in there. And I haven't, but I was just messing around with some of the colours. And when I put the lid back on this one, it went splat everywhere and all over my hands, all over my work surface. That was a real pain. But yeah, just the thing I've done with the glitter and those seagulls. Lovely blue again. And this again is one of my favourite stamps, done in different ways. Love that fresh green. That was the Brushos, the leaf green, I think, which is a gorgeous colour. And then these splodges here are that Frantage in aged rose. So you just get a little bit of pink. Then there's some liquid pearls on the there's a lot of light coming through the window considering it's dark outside nearly. Liquid pearls and that kind of peacock bluey green colour. Love that. This one I like. There's no dimension on this at all. Everything is built up through stamping different backgrounds, and then you've got that moth. And I found moth in the French-English dictionary. And the French, as you might be able to read there, is papillon de nuit. Yeah, papillon de nuit. Butterfly of the night. I think that's really sweet. And then I've got different stamps going on here to create interest, but that's all just one layer because I'm starting to think about postage costs a bit. And a little bit of stickles on the antenna and just down here randomly. So I like that one. This I quite like. It's that face that I used on some of my Mother's Day cards, with a background stamp stamped over it. And then this is a little rub on here, this little butterfly, a little tiny rub on. Daydreamer. I might colour this writing in yet, I don't know. So that's that one. I've got to make envelopes for all of these. Oh, do you know, I told you a lie. That Frantage is the aged silver. Sorry about that. That's the aged silver. This Frantage is the aged rose. You can see the pinky there. Don't eat the daisies. I love the little bit of pink against the green. And then those little tiny gold micro seed beads. I've got a bee with Oh Honey. Different backgrounds stamped on. And again, a little bit of Frantage. I do love that Frantage. I'm going to see if they do a copper colour. I think that might be quite nice for men's cards. Then this one I'm not sure about. It's I was just fiddling. And this is a graphic 45 journaling card from the Raining Cats and Dogs paper that I've had a very long time. And I've just cut the cats out. The cats meow. And then this is like a textured paper that I've stamped over just to give a bit of interest, and put some little pearls in the corner. I attempted to do those kind of cut out notches with a small circle punch that I've got. They're not exactly even, but I think from a distance it doesn't look too bad. So that's that. I hope you've all given Barry your orders and he's not bothering you. If you're new here, you might not know about Barry. Barry is our barista, and he's a little bit, he can be a little bit flirtatious, and he can be a little bit naughty. He does things like steal Black Forest Gatto out of the fridge and drink the wine for the red wine risotto that we sometimes have on as a special. But since he met Beryl's girlfriend, he's calmed down a little bit. I haven't had to speak to him very much. So, yeah, so weekend coming up. It's obviously Mother's Day this weekend if you are a mother and you're not seeing your children. I won't be seeing my children. You know, my thoughts will be with you. We are going to go and visit our parents because they're elderly and they need a bit of help with things. So we're going to pop over. Got some jobs to do for them. Yeah. So I'm going to come on tomorrow with a hunky-dory card de-stash. I've been thinking about what I want to get rid of. So I'm going to start with the hunky-dory, do a load of that, and then I'm going to move on to some embossing folders and some dies. I haven't got many stamp sets that I want to get rid of, but I shall have a look and see. So yeah, I'll perhaps do one a week. And I'm thinking next week I'm going to start my woolly pod as well, because I've got to really crack on with my knitting. So lots to do. I think this is going to be a very varied channel. So we'll have our coffee shop drivel, we'll have our tutorials for paper making, and we will have, or papercraft I should say, we'll have once a month I think I'll do a woolly pod, and who knows what other surprises there may be. I may do some more cooking. So if you're an old subscriber, if you're a new subscriber, if you're not subscribed at all, whoever you are, you're very, very welcome here, and I do appreciate all of your support, and I shall be back soon. If you're not subscribed, do subscribe. It would really help me out, and hit that notification bell for when I next upload a video. Thanks very much. Bye.